The mop water sloshed against the tile as Marcus Boone pushed his cart through the gleaming halls of Vesper Dynamics. The hum of late-night servers filled the air. His hands, once trained to design fighter jets, now scrubbed the floors of the men who'd stolen his life. 5 years in prison. 5 years of silence. Tonight, that silence would end. A door hissed open. Marcus froze. Shipped the altered specs by 0600 and burned the originals. CEO Daniel Cray's voice cut through the empty hallway like a knife. Marcus had snapped up altered specs, the F-35 project. His project. He edged closer, his janitor's cart squeaking. Cray stood in the war room, laser pointing at blueprints. If the audit catches these changes, we're all screwed. Bury it deep. Marcus' pulse pounded in his throat. That wasn't just fraud, it was treason. Those faulty jets would get pilots killed. His fingers twitched toward the phone in his pocket. One photo. One recording. That's all he needed. Problem, convict? Marcus spun. Cray loomed in the doorway, his Armani suit worth more than Marcus' yearly salary. The CEO's eyes dropped to Marcus' security badge. Then he smiled. I don't remember hiring felons. Cray stepped closer. The scent of bourbon and arrogance rolled off him. Then again, I don't remember a lot of things. He snapped his fingers. Like who approved your clearance? Marcus kept his voice steady. Just doing my job, sir. Cray's smile vanished. He grabbed Marcus' wrist, the one with the prison tattoo. Your job is to clean, not eavesdrop. He dropped Marcus' arm like it was trash. Mop up the break room. And stay in your lane. The CEO turned to leave, then paused. Oh, and Boone! He tossed his half-empty coffee cup at Marcus' feet. The ceramic shattered. Clean this up too. You're good at fixing other people's messes, aren't you? Laughter echoed down the hall as Cray disappeared into the elevator. Marcus knelt. His fingers closed around a jagged piece of porcelain. Not a coffee cup. A weapon. Across the shard, Cray's lipstick-stained initials stared back at him. DK. Evidence. Marcus slipped a fragment into his pocket just as his phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. They're watching you. Server room. Now, the security cameras above him whirred, all pointing his way. Marcus grabbed his mop and pushed the cart forward. Game on. Marcus shoved the janitor's cart down the hall, his pulse hammering. The text burned in his pocket like a live wire. Server room. Now, he ducked into a supply closet, breath ragged. The security cameras had followed his every move since Cray left. They knew he'd heard something. His fingers found the ceramic shard in his pocket, jagged, sharp. A weapon. A reminder. The closet door creaked open. Marcus spun, shard raised. Easy, convict. A woman stood in the shadows, her FBI badge glinting under the fluorescence. Special Agent Lena Reyes. Early 40s. Military cut hair. Eyes like gunmetal. You've got two choices, she said, voice low. Walk out of here and die in a week when Cray suicides you, or help us bury him. Marcus' knuckles whitened around the ceramic. I don't work for cops. Reyes smirked. Good, because tonight you're a thief. She tossed him a thumb drive. Cray's shipping manifests are in the server room. Get them. We clear your record. Refuse. She nodded at his phone. And your sister's parole gets revoked. A photo flashed on his screen. Maria, 22, cuffed in her diner uniform. Marcus lunged. Reyes slammed him against the shelves, mops clattering. Cray owns the warden, she hissed. One call, and Maria's back in Gen Pop with the women you put away. Marcus froze. His baby sister. His only family. Reyes let go. Server 4B. 20 minutes. Or she's dead. Equals. The hallway cameras blinked red. Marcus pushed his cart past security, smiling like a good little janitor. His heart threatened to crack his ribs. 18 minutes. The server room door required a key card. Marcus swiped his, denied. Problem, Boone? Security Chief Haskins loomed behind him, hand on his taser. 6 feet 5 inches, 280 pounds. A former prison guard. Marcus forced a cough. Just cleaning, sir. Haskins grinned. gold tooth glinting. Funny, Cray said you'd try this. He grabbed Marcus' wrist, yanking up the prison tattoo. We own you, felon. Always will. The taser sparked. Marcus moved. The ceramic shard slashed across Haskins' throat. Not deep, just enough. The giant gasped, hands flying to his neck. Marcus kneed him the groin, then smashed his head into the wall. Crack. Haskins slumped, blood streaking the keycard on his belt. Marcus snatched it. 12 minutes. Server 4B hummed like a live beast. Marcus jammed in the thumb drive. Files flashed. Project Phoenix. Offshore accounts. Arms deals. 78% downloaded. The door burst open. Freeze. 2 guards. Glocks drawn. Marcus dug behind a server rack as bullets pinged through steel. He grabbed a fire extinguisher. Wham! The first guard dropped. Skull cratered. The second fired. White-hot pain seared Marcus' side. He didn't stop. 5 minutes. The drive blinked green. Done. Marcus sprinted for the vents, blood slicking his shirt. He could make it. A shadow moved. Cray stepped from the darkness. A .357 aimed between Marcus' eyes. Bad move, engineer. The hammer cocked. But don't worry. I'll visit Maria before they arrest her. Marcus' vision tunneled. No, no, no. Bang. A gunshot echoed. Cray staggered, blood blooming on his shoulder. Behind him, Reyes lowered her smoking pistol. Run, Boone! Marcus didn't hesitate. He vaulted into the vent just as alarms screamed through the building. Reyes' last words chased him into the dark. They're framing you for murder. Marcus hit the pavement running, the night air burning his lungs. Sirens wailed 3 blocks behind him. His side screamed where the bullet had grazed him, blood soaking through his stolen security uniform. Framed for murder. Reyes' words pounded in his skull. He didn't even know who was dead. Haskins? One of the guards? It didn't matter. Cray owned the cops, owned the courts, and now he owned Marcus' life. 2:17 a.m., St. Agnes Hospital. Marcus shoulder checked the emergency room door, nearly collapsing at the nurse's station. Maria Boone. Where is she? The nurse paled. ARU family? Her brother. They took her. The nurse trembled. Men in black suits. 15 minutes ago. They said she was a flight risk. Marcus' vision went red. Cray. His fist smashed through a glass panel. Alarms blared. 2:23 a.m. Rooftop. Wind whipped Marcus' face as he scaled a fire escape. Below, cop cars swarmed the hospital. His burner phone vibrated. An encrypted message. Check your left pocket. Marcus froze. He hadn't put the phone there. His fingers closed around cold metal. A key and an address. 47 Riverfront Drive. The message updated. Reyes is dirty. They're watching your dad's hospice. Run. Now. A shadow moved in the alley. Rifle scope glint. Marcus moved. Just as a bullet shattered concrete where his head had been. 3:02 a.m. Abandoned docks. The warehouse at 47 Riverfront stank of fish and motor oil. Marcus kept to the shadows, ceramic shard gripped tight. A figure stepped from the darkness. Not Reyes. Hello, Marcus. Senator Evelyn Cole. Early 60s. Steel gray bun. The woman who'd personally testified at his trial. His blood turned to ice. You set me up. No. She tossed a file at his feet. I tried to save you. Marcus flipped it open, and his world fractured. Surveillance photos. Maria meeting with Cray. Maria handing over blueprints. Maria working for them the whole time. Cole's voice cut through the fog. Your sister's a leak, Marcus. She's why you went to prison. And now Cray's tying up loose ends. A gun cocked behind them. Wrong. Maria stepped into the light, Glock steady in her hands. Blood dripped from her split lip, one eye swollen shut. They beat the truth out of me after they grabbed me, she spat. Cray's people are coming for all of us. Sirens howled in the distance. Maria grabbed Marcus' arm. There's a traitor in the FBI, and I know who it is. Cliffhanger. The warehouse doors exploded inward. Cray's voice boomed through a megaphone. "You have 10 seconds to send out the Boones, or we burn this place to the ground." Marcus shoved Maria behind a rusted shipping container as the first flashbang detonated. White-hot light seared his retinas. The concussion wave punched his ribs like a sledgehammer. "Who's the traitor?" Marcus roared over the ringing in his ears. Maria's Glock pressed against his kidney. Reyes was never FBI. A bullet sparked off the metal beside them. 7 seconds. Senator Cole crouched low, her pearl handle .38 barking twice. A scream echoed from the doorway. Then, who the hell recruited me? Marcus grabbed Maria's collar. His baby sister's eyes were hollow. The kind of look men got after black site interrogations. Project Phoenix. Maria spat blood. They needed a fall guy when the F-35 started crashing. 5 seconds. Cray's voice boomed again. "Last chance, Boone's." Marcus' fingers found ceramic shard still in his pocket. The one from Cray's coffee cup. DNA evidence. His ticket out. Maria suddenly gasped. "Oh, God." They brought the hunter. Outside, a mechanical whine pierced the night. Not a drone. Something worse. 3 seconds. Cole's head snapped up. "Run. Now." The warehouse doors exploded inward, not from breaching charges. From inside. 0 seconds. The hunter streaked through smoke, a 6-legged titanium nightmare the size of a grizzly bear. Its single red eye scanned the room, locking onto Marcus. Target acquired. Maria emptied her Glock into its armored carapace. Sparks flew. It didn't slow. DNA tracker. Cole yanked Marcus down as the hunter's tail bar whipped overhead, spraying acid that ate through steel. "It's keyed to your prison records." Marcus rolled, the shard cutting his palm. His blood hit the floor. The hunter shrieked. Every red-lit security camera in the warehouse swiveled toward the droplets. Cray's laughter crackled over the megaphone. "Meet your replacement, Boone." The hunter pounced. Marcus dove sideways, straight into Maria's arms. They crashed through a rotten wall, into freezing river water. The last thing Marcus saw before the current took them. The hunter's barbed tail slamming through Senator Cole's chest. Her final act? Tossing Marcus a thumb drive coated in her own arterial spray. As the river swallowed them, Maria's lips moved against Marcus' ear. "The president's daughter is next." The Potomac's current tried to drown them twice before Marcus dragged Maria onto a sewage grate. His lungs burned worse than his bullet wound. Maria wasn't moving. He slapped the thumb drive against his wrist. The senator's dying gift flickered to life, a holographic kill list hovering over his pulse point. Top secret // Phoenix, eyes only. Targets for termination. POTUS daughter, stage 1 complete. VP-elect, stage 2 pending. Joint Chiefs, stage 3 queued. Marcus' blood turned to ice. They already took her. Maria coughed river water, her fingers digging into his arm. Not kidnapped. Replaced. A hunter's sonic screech echoed across the water. They had minutes. The bolt hole stank of mildew and gun oil. Maria collapsed onto a cot while Marcus scoured Cole's files. Project Phoenix isn't about jets. He pulled up a schematic, a humanoid drone with the first daughter's face. They're replacing key officials with synthetic doubles. Maria injected herself with something from a green vial. "I was embedded at Vesper for 3 years. The real treason wasn't selling plans. It was building them." Security footage played. The first daughter's kidnapping last month. The perfect cover. Marcus zoomed in. There, on her wrist as she fought. The same faint hexagonal pattern now, on his own skin from Cole's drive. Nanotech tracers. Maria suddenly grabbed his collar. Cray doesn't run this. The hunters, the clones, it all comes from... Glass shattered. Marcus tackled her as a hunter crashed through the window. Not the same one. Newer. Its carapace shimmered like liquid metal. Maria's boot knife found its eye socket. Acid blood sprayed. They're evolving. Marcus dragged her toward the exit, just as the walls bulged. Not walls. More hunters. They leaped across tenement gaps as the pack gave chase. Maria's blood dripped a trail the machines followed like sharks. The president's address today. She gasped between jumps. That's when they activate her. Marcus' mind raced. The speech was at noon. 7 hours to stop a coup. A hunter's claw grazed his back. He spun, driving Cole's .38 into its maw. The round detonated its core. The blast sent them both tumbling into an alley. Maria landed hard. Too hard. Marcus rolled her over. The green vial fell from her pocket. Vesper Dynamics Medical Division. Not medicine. Nano enhancements. You're one of them. Marcus recoiled. A clone. Maria coughed black fluid. Worse. I'm Prototype Zero. She ripped open her shirt. Her sternum pulsed with blue light under scar tissue. They put the first hunter core in a human. Me! The remaining hunters surrounded them in a perfect kill circle. Then knelt. Maria's eyes glowed the same electric blue as her chest. Authorization code Phoenix Actual. Stand by for new orders. The hunter's red targeting lasers painted Marcus' chest in a constellation of death. Maria's voice came out distorted, half human, half machine. Stand down, Marcus. Her glowing eyes reflected in the hunter's polished claws. You don't understand what we're building. Marcus kept Cole's gun leveled at Maria's pulsing core. I understand enough. You're replacing the entire chain of command with puppets. Maria's mouth moved, but the voice wasn't hers anymore. It was Cray's, pouring from her vocal cords like oil, not replacing. Her head jerked at an unnatural angle, upgrading. Marcus ran through ankle-deep filth, the hunter's screeches echoing behind him. Maria's last human act had been buying him 47 seconds, just long enough to jam her own knife into her core and scream run, before the programming reasserted control. Cole's drive projected a tunnel map onto the dripping walls. One path glowed red, direct access, White House West Wing. The first daughter's address will begin in 5 hours. 5 hours to stop a synthetic copy from triggering nuclear football protocols. His boots hit a service ladder. Above him, a manhole cover marked 1600 pen. Marcus emerged behind stacks of presidential china, his stolen Secret Service earpiece crackling. All teams, POTUS is en route to the Rose Garden for sound check. Through the window, he watched the first daughter adjust her pearls. Her movements were too perfect. No human held their spine that straight. Then he saw it, the hexagonal shimmer on her wrist, the same nanotech tracker Cole had implanted in him. Marcus' fingers found the ceramic shard in his pocket. Cray's DNA, the key to everything. The crowd's cheers nearly drowned out the hunter's whine. They were here, disguised as press cameras, their weapon barrels hidden behind telephoto lenses. Marcus made it to the security checkpoint. The guard scanned his stolen badge. Beep, Agent Boone. The guard frowned. You're listed as deceased. Marcus headbutted him, grabbed his rifle, and charged the podium. Chaos erupted. The first daughter's smile never wavered as she spoke into the mic. Activate protocol midnight. Every screen in America switched to emergency broadcast. Nuclear alert code scrolled. The fake president appeared, football case in hand. Marcus leaped onto the stage. A hunter's barb punched through his shoulder. Acid burned his nerves. He fell hard, the ceramic shard skittering toward the first daughter's heels. She picked it up daintily. Daniel always was careless with his trash. Then the sky screamed. Maria's voice boomed from every speaker as her fighter jet broke the sound barrier. This is Major Maria Boone, USAF. Authenticate Phoenix abort code, Tango Victor Niner. The first daughter froze. Maria's jet fired. Not a missile. An EMP burst that lit up the Capitol like lightning. Every hunter collapsed. The first daughter's perfect face glitched. Marcus grabbed the shard and plunged it into her neck. This is for my sister. Blue fluid gushed. The clone spasmed, then spoke with Cray's voice one last time. You can't kill progress, Boone. Marcus twisted the shard. Watch me. The White House lawn smelled of fresh-cut grass and burning circuit boards. Reporters shouted questions about the drone malfunction that canceled the president's speech. Marcus stood at Maria's grave. The real Maria. The one who died 3 years ago during Phase 1 of Project Phoenix. The woman he'd been talking to. a clone with her memories. A shadow fell across the headstone. Senator Cole's twin sister handed Marcus a new identity packet. The work's not done. There are more facilities, more clones. Marcus took the file. Inside, a photo of Cray boarding a private jet to Dubai. He pocketed the ceramic shard, now encased in lead glass. Some messes needed cleaning up personally.